High in the Bolivian Altiplano, under one of the clearest skies on Earth, lies a landscape of stark, breathtaking beauty. This is a world of extremes. Thin air, harsh winds, and a silence that feels ancient. At its heart stands the majestic snow-capped volcano, Sajama, a sacred mountain watching over the lands of the Karangas people.
But etched onto this high-altitude desert, almost invisible to those walking upon it, is a secret. A vast, deliberate, and baffling creation that dwarfs almost every other prehistoric monument on the planet. Something so immense, it can only be truly understood from the heavens.
They are the Sajama Lines. Not just a few paths, but a network of thousands. Upon thousands of perfectly straight lines carved into the earth by a civilization lost to time. They radiate from ancient villages and shrines, intersect at nodes of spiritual importance, and stretch towards the horizon, some for over 20 kilometers without deviation.
The sheer scale is difficult to comprehend. The total combined length of these lines is estimated to be over 16,000 kilometers, enough to stretch halfway around the Earth. To put that into perspective, this network is at least 10 times larger than the more famous Nazca Lines of Peru, and potentially much older. The central question is not just how, but why.
The technique to create them was simple, yet laborious. The builders scraped away the dark, oxidized surface rock and vegetation, exposing the lighter, sandy soil beneath. A simple act of removal, repeated billions of times, over countless generations.
But simplicity of technique does not explain their precision. How did a pre-industrial society, without modern surveying tools or an aerial viewpoint, achieve such perfect, unwavering straightness over vast distances, navigating hills and ravines? It suggests a profound understanding of geometry and a meticulously planned, large-scale vision.
This was a monumental undertaking, requiring the coordinated effort of thousands of people, likely over many centuries. It was a multi-generational project, a sacred duty passed from parent to child, a testament to a collective faith, and a purpose we can now only guess at.
Which raises another mystery. While Nazca became a world-famous enigma, the far larger and more complex Sajama network remained virtually unknown to the outside world until the modern era. A secret, hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to ask the right questions.
The most widely accepted theory is that the lines were sacred pathways or sekis. They were pilgrimage routes, physically connecting communities to holy sites, burial towers, and the revered Sajama volcano. Each line was a prayer, walked upon during rituals.
But this theory has its limits. It doesn't fully explain the obsession with perfect straightness. A winding path would serve the same purpose. It also doesn't account for the sheer density of the network. A web so complex, it seems to represent something more than just a map of holy sites.
A second, more celestial theory proposes the lines had an astronomical purpose. That this entire 22,000 square kilometer network is a map of the cosmos, laid out upon the Earth, a giant observatory, aligning with the rising and setting of the sun, moon, and key constellations during solstices and equinoxes.
There is some evidence to support this. Certain lines appear to align with significant celestial events as they would have appeared centuries ago. But the network is so vast that some alignments could be purely coincidental. Without a written record, the astronomical codex of the Sajama people remains undeciphered.
Then, there are the more radical ideas, that the lines were not for people walking on the ground, but were intended as signals, markers to be seen by someone or something looking down from above.
While there is no evidence to support such extraordinary claims, it highlights the core of the enigma. Why create a masterpiece so vast? Its true form can only be appreciated from an impossible, godlike vantage point. The purpose seems intrinsically tied to a perspective beyond the human scale.
Perhaps the Sajama Lines are more than just pathways or maps. Perhaps they represent a lost philosophy, a way of understanding the universe carved into the very skin of the planet. A worldview where the earth and the sky were one, connected by lines of faith and intention.
It speaks to the fragility of knowledge. The civilization that built this immense network vanished, and with them, the meaning of their great work. All that remains is the physical trace, an echo of a purpose we may never fully grasp. It makes one wonder, what other colossal achievements have been completely erased by time?
Today, the lines remain, silent, enigmatic, stretching across the Altiplano. They are a monument to human endurance, faith, and a mystery that challenges our perception of what ancient people were capable of.
They are a silent chronicle, a question etched across a continent, waiting for an answer that may forever lie just beyond our reach.